don't want her to go to prison.
Oh, yeah. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, man. FJN, Francis John Nunez, the creator of the YUMP movement. You underestimate my potential. So if you've ever been underestimated, this is definitely the channel for you. So anybody who's ever been underestimated, we cover that here, man, from here on. So most of you guys know that Wes Watson was booked and charged with felony assault and battery. And we go sit here and we go talk about it, man. So if you're scrolling through line, dog, you're going to see a whole lot of negative videos on Wes Watson. And I get it. I know why. I see what it is. But a lot of people don't really know him for who he truly is. A lot of people haven't actually signed up for the program and actually went through it and changed their own life and changed their own habits. So when you're scrolling through and trying to figure out who Wes Watson is, there's a lot of negativity out there, and that's already driving your thoughts. So when you do go and actually find his page, you're going to go and find his page with these thoughts that's already been programmed into your head. So we're going to flip the script a little bit, and we're going to actually talk about who he is on the other side, because a lot of people get the side of, you know, when they're getting cussed out by him, or if they're being offended by him because he's telling them the truth, or he's just saying something that hurts because they're not really doing what they know they should be doing.
You're shoveling shit in your fucking face. You're fucking jacking off incessantly. You're fucking smoking weed. You're drinking. You're doing everything you shouldn't do. Fuck is the matter with you? What the fuck? What the fuck? What else would you be doing? Looking at stupid shit? Watching stupid shit?
Then they're going to sit here and say negative things about him. But there's a flip side to him, man, when he really respects you, when he really gives you information and data and has you like go out there and release it to the world. And that's the side we go come and we go talk about, man. So everybody's entitled to their own opinions, you know what I'm saying? And this is my opinion. And this is my opinion because I actually know the guy. So as you all know, he was recently booked. There's no secret at this point. And this is probably the most updated update that you're going to find right now at this hour. And on top of that, this is probably a positive more so of an update that you're not really going to see nowhere on the internet, man, because like I said, everything is negative. So Wes Watson, man, does he really care about being in jail right now? No, because deep down he knows that this is actually good for his brand. See, by him going to jail, it's actually good for his brand, because now more people are talking about him, more people are finding out about him, and then they're going to go to his page, and then once he's able to get back on his stories, they're going to see his lifestyle. They're going to see that he wakes up at 2:30 in the morning every single day, doesn't miss a day unless he's in jail or something. And then they're going to see that he's training every single day. Then they're going to see that he's living a luxury lifestyle every single day. He got a bad bitch, he got a nice house, nice cars, and he lives a fucking movie in a music video. So you're going to see that once you discover who he is off of all of these tabloids and publicity that he's getting right now. This free publicity. And watch how everything goes up, because he's going to get out of jail and he's going to go right back to his program like nothing even happened, right? So this is actually good that he went to jail and that he got arrested or whatnot. This is good for him. And here we go, right? So why did he actually get locked up? Why did he actually, go to jail? Well, okay, some big motherfucker came, put a camera down to the gym. He came to the gym, put a camera down, recorded him approaching Wes Watson. Now, we all know that Wes Watson tells anybody, look, if you got something to say, I'm not with that internet stuff and all that back and forth. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to do all that back and forth shit on the internet. Just come see me in person. He gives out the address. Everybody knows where he be at, what time he be there. How many people actually roll up? Not that many. You know what I mean? So this one dude, big monster or whatever, you know what I mean? Big tall motherfucker. He had the balls to go up there and actually show up. Now, he was smart enough on his end, at least, to record, but he didn't really capitalize on everything that's happening right now. Like, where is he? What is he doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not capitalizing on any of this publicity. So it's really for nothing. He just really fed Wes Watson, everything that he's being fed right now with this publicity. So this is where we stand right now, man, in regards to this, right? So he comes, he sets down the camera, he records himself going up to Wes. Wes beat the shit out of him with a belt, you know what I'm saying? And then punched him and stumped him out. Yeah, he has some homies there, you know what I'm saying? And if you're rolling with Wes, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a certain code you follow. There's a certain code you go by. And it's the G code. It ain't nothing that he made up, you know what I'm saying? It's the G code. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you rolling with me, roll with me. You know what I'm saying? Don't fake roll with me. Don't roll with me when everything up. And then when things go down, you know what I'm saying? You run the opposite way. Nah, if you rolling, you rolling. So this was their time and their opportunity to prove their loyalty. Now, in the coaching groups, Wes will tell you all the time, look, he knows he got a lot of negativity. He knows that there's a lot of people that talks bad about him, and he don't expect nobody in his group to actually defend him. He don't expect anybody to actually speak up like I'm speaking up. He doesn't expect this type of shit. He doesn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it real. So this ain't no clout chasing. This ain't none of that. This is literally just me speaking my truth of a person that I actually know, and speaking what he actually done for me and my family and my habits and my lifestyle. So that's where we are with that. So going back to the story, he beat somebody up, and let's just say, right, there's two ways to think about this, because let's say if he did the stoic approach and walked away and left the drama right there where the drama was, because he does practice stoicism. He's a stoic. I'm a stoic. He's a stoic. And we understand that when, saying something like that happens, just walk away. It's better to leave that drama where it's at, and you can just walk away. He understands he could have just walked away, but it's not good for the brand. You know what I'm saying? So Wes Watson is always brand first. Everything he does, he keeps his brand in mind. So yeah, he could have walked away, but let's just play this, right? Let's just say he did walk away. Let's say, the monster dude approached him, came at him the way he came at him. And I'm sure Wes probably seen him in the corner of his eye, put that camera down, you know what I'm saying? Because Wes is not stupid. Wes is very, very spiritual. He's an actual spiritual being on this earth. It's not too many people like him that carries that energy. You know what I'm saying? So he sees things even outside of his own body. You know what I mean? He can astral project. I'm sure he can do that. So he sees that this dude gonna put the camera down, whether or not you think he's looking or not. He sees it. He knows what's going on around him. He's vigilant. He knows that he's calling people out to come see him, and he's keeping his eye out for people he don't really know, watching their posture, watching how they walk, how fast or how slow they walk, if they're nervous moving, he's watching all of that shit. So I don't think he's not. So going back to that, like, he knows exactly what it was that he was doing, right? So it's actually good that he went to jail. We're going to cover up, just stick with me. It's actually good that he went to jail because it's actually good for his brand. Everything Wes does is for his brand. So I'm going to pick you up where I dropped you off. So let's just say Wes walked away, did the stoic approach, walked away, left the drama where it was. What would you guys be saying then? Oh, Wes walked away. He turned down the fade. He's a bitch. He's this, he's that. You know what I'm saying? You'd have been talking bad about him for walking away. Even though he would have been a bigger person by walking away, he would have got talked about for walking away, right? And that would have been bad for his brand. If Wes would have walked away from that confrontation, that would have been bad for his brand. That would have been bad for the people who follow him. You know what I'm saying? It would have been all bad in a sense, unless you understand the whole stoic approach of just walking away. Now, being that he stood his ground and he fought back and beat the shit out of the dude, like, to me, I think that's pretty good for his brand. Because now he's practicing what he preached. You know what I'm saying? He said, roll up on me. If you roll up on me, I'm going to whoop your ass. Dude rolled up on him. He whooped his ass. What if he would have rolled up on him and he would have walked away? It would have been bad. People would have been talking about that shit to this day. Oh, Wes is a pussy. He walked away from the fade. Nah. He stood up. He took the fade. He got the fade. He had face to give. He gave it. You know what I mean? So it's actually in his favor that he did that, opposed to walking away. You know what I'm saying? What if he would have sicked his goons on him? Then that would have been a whole nother story. Oh, Wes didn't catch the fade. He stuck his goons on him to beat up old boy, to jump old boy. He didn't even do nothing. But Wes actually did something. He did something about it, right? So yeah, people could be like, oh, well, I don't condone violence. You're asking for it, and it came to you, and you should never, put your hands on old boy, on buddy, whatever. Nah, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? If the drama approach you, you handle the drama right there and there. It's what it is. It's very hard for a man to walk away, especially when he's being recorded, especially when he's aware that there's cameras in the gym. So even if he wasn't in line and in tune with the fact that dude put a phone down to record, he knows that there's cameras in the gym. He knows that anything he does in this situation is going to get out there, which it did. So you have to act accordingly, right? So I'm just saying, let's just think about the opposite. Let's just think if he walked away, it would have still been some drama. It would have still been bad. You know what I'm saying? People would still be talking about him. You know what I mean? But he fought back. And a month later or whatever, they come and they arrest him and they take him in because dude pressed charges and, his face is fractured and all this other shit. I'm sure he got people in his ears. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't really no G shit to do. Like that was just some whole setup shit from the beginning, right? So when I say that Wes is a spiritual person, I mean he's a spiritual person. He's like a real spiritual being walking on this earth.
They say the conscious is the authentic voice of God. It's the universe. It's infinite intelligence. It's all these things. Whatever religion you associate with, this is your guide to living your best life, and we must abide by it.
You know, it's just what it is. Like when you actually get to sit down with him and listen to his spiritual thoughts, his spiritual downloads, if he doesn't suppress them, if he actually is comfortable with giving you his spiritual side, then you're going to see like, okay, dude is really on some other level. You know what I mean? He's a real, true philosopher. He internalizes philosophy. He internalizes the world around him, and he understands this world, and he can break it down to the simplest form, which even means more that he understands this world. I've had multiple conversations with Wes. You know what I'm saying? Even from Zoom calls to in person, I've had multiple conversations with Wes. As a matter of fact, let's play a clip. Let's play a clip from when me and Wes actually first spoke on Zoom.
What's up, big dog? How you doing? What's up, homie?
Shit, can't call it, man. How you?
Sure. Hit me with the vision. What's the vision of what you're already doing and what your plan is? And then I'm going to try to think about the plan we want to go with the strategy.
All right, for sure. So the vision is basically easy. So I have a brand, which I started. I had this brand for like 15 years, but I just brought it back. It used to be my record label. It's called YUMP. So the word that I actually have and I support right now, which is my brand that I wear every day, YUMP, which stands for You Underestimate My Potential. Now I tell people that's not necessarily me telling you that you underestimate my potential, because I don't give a fuck. That's sometimes, you wake up, man, and you don't feel like going to the gym, so you say, man, stop being a bitch and go. But instead, I look in the mirror and I just say, dog, that deep shit inside of you right now is underestimating your potential. Cut that shit out and just go.
All right, so as you can see, you know what I mean? We got on the Zoom. It was straight to the point. He broke everything down for me that I needed. My macros, he broke down my plan that I need, you know what I mean? My posting schedule, all of that shit. And I told him what I do. I'm a real estate broker. You know, I'm into fitness. I have a book coming out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a mentor. I'm a coach. And there's certain things I want to push to the world. And he helped me like combined it in a way where I utilize my habits to push it out to the world. You know what I mean? So Wes is a walking, talking habit. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally walks and talks what he preaches in regards to his habits. Like if he says he's going to wake up at 2 a.m., 2:30 in the morning every single day, he's going to do it. You can watch his stories. 2:30 on the spot, on the dot. He's up making his coffee. You know what I'm saying? So he really teaches habits. Now, when you get in line and in tune with your habits, you know, then the world is yours. The world is literally yours. And if you've ever tried to get in line and in tune with your habits, you're going to see that it's hard to actually keep that up for a very long time. You might start off good, you're going to fall off, you know what I mean? But it's about picking yourself back up. And the more times you fall off, the more times you pick yourself back up, but then you're going to fall off again. But the key is to not fall off for that long of a period. So if you fall off the first time, you fall off for a month, and then you get yourself back in shape, you get yourself back in the gym, you get yourself back on your habits, and then you see results, you might fall off again. But instead of falling off for a month this time, why don't you fall off for 3 weeks, and then you might fall off again. Just fall off for 2 weeks, you might fall off again. Just fall off for 1 week until you fall off for maybe one day, but then boom, you're able to get it back in order, get it back in shape, you know what I mean? So really it's about, you know, the habits and leading with habits. So that's what he preaches, man. You know, I know a lot of people have negative thoughts on dude, but at the end of the day, like I know him personally, and I know he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Like it's people out here who's sex trafficking, who's beating up on women. You know what I mean? Like for real. You know, and it's being recorded and all that shit. Like it's a lot of people that's doing a lot worse. You know what I mean? And dude is leading with habits, and he's trying to change the world one person at a time by showing them that they can do the same thing by just checking their habits. Now, granted, like if you're saying that his ego got in the way and that, you know, he started off with a good message. A lot of people saying, oh, he started off with a good message. And a lot of things people are saying, they're just saying it because they heard somebody else say it. You know what I'm saying? Like how many of y'all really know Wes? You know what I mean? It's not too many people out here that really know him unless you signed up with his coaching and you actually got close enough to speak with him and have him break certain things down that's in his head, you know what I mean? Besides what he normally just preaches, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people just regurgitating what they heard from a YouTube video and then they're just repeating it. But this right here is the raw and the cut. It's not too many people speaking positively about Wes. And that's what you're going to find here. I'm not here to bash Wes. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to big dog up, you know what I mean? Because he changed my life. He changed my family life, you know what I mean? And he helped me change a lot of other people's life as well. So I have a saying, and the saying goes, if everybody sweeps their front porch, it'll be a better neighborhood. If everybody follows their goals and put action towards their goals, it'll be a better world, you know? And that's what Wes is helping do. He's helping people align themselves with their goals by becoming a person that their goals are actually attracted to. So if more people are aligning with their goals, the world would eventually be a better world. You know what I mean? So if more people are aligning with their goals, the world would eventually be a better world. It's just that simple. You know, so how can you really bash somebody who's trying to lead with change, who's trying to lead with helping people eat less? Most people eat about 3,000 calories a day, you know, and don't even know it. They're just snacking on a bag of chips. They're snacking on some bacon. They're snacking on some hamburgers, and they're eating pizza, and you know what I'm saying? They just doing a whole lot of bullshit and don't even know that they're racking up those calories like easily. You know what I mean? But when you actually start tracking your macros, then you know what's going into your body. And the way you go about tracking your macros is, you know, you use apps, you weigh your food, do things like that. And if it's a compound effort. If you're continuously eating 2,000 calories a day, you know, and you're normally used to eating 3,000, 3,500. And this is if you're not trying to bulk. This is just you naturally just waking up and snacking throughout the day and eating bullshit throughout the day. So if you're doing this unconsciously, but then you consciously flip a script and say, you know what, I'm going to track what I'm eating, and I'm only going to allow myself to eat up to 2,000, maybe 2,400 calories. Then if you do that for a long period of time, or at least a few months, you're going to see your weight going to start dropping off, because now your body's going to start storing what it is that it needs to store where it needs to be stored at. So if you're actually counting your fats, if you're actually counting your protein and counting your carbs, then that is going to be stored in certain places where it's going to be able to burn energy efficiently and build muscle efficiently without losing testosterone and things like that. So, I mean, that's what Dog preaches. You know what I mean? Like, how can you be mad at that? Now, listen, if you want to hear something negative about Wes, there's thousands of videos that's speaking negativity on Dog. You know what I'm saying? So you can go listen to those all day if you want to hear some negativity shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not here to speak negative on nobody, man. I'm here to big everybody up. And at the end of the day, this is a channel about people who have been underestimated. You know what I'm saying? Wes was once underestimated, and then he rose above. So this channel is about turning people, or this channel is about people who were once underestimated and are now, quote unquote, unstoppable. So you can do the same thing. You can go from underestimated to unstoppable. You know, I mean, the world at the end of the day is going to be what the world is. Granted, I'm sure Wes knew he was about to get arrested. You know what I'm saying? He's very in tune with the spiritual world. So I'm sure he had signs and clues that this was going to happen. But he already had it played out. Like, how he's already playing it out, like how he's going to capitalize off of this shit. You know what I mean? Like, dude, Dog ain't stupid. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. So you're going to watch and you're going to see that Dog is going to blow up even further from here, because he actually beat somebody down. He actually went back to jail and he got out. And who knows, maybe he may listen to some of y'all with your negative views and maybe switch it up a little bit, but I doubt he will, because at the end of the day, like, if you really, I do a lot of research on a lot of stuff, right? I'm into like all type of shit, man, like numerology, names, the whole nine, dog. So we're going to go to Caballerian.com. This is where you go to search up people's names to get a good gist of who they truly are, right? So we're going to go to the Caballerian, and then we're going to type in Wes's name, okay? We're going to go by his real name, right? So we'll put in Wesley, right? So when you really want to know who a person truly is, you can research them by their name. A lot of times who they truly are is gonna be reflective of their name, the name that they're being called every single day, you know what I mean, or was once called every single day, or the name that they were blessed with from birth. Like, it's going to be able to tell you who they truly are. So let's just get into it. So we're going to put this up on the screen. So the name Wesley creates a shrewd, aggressive business nature, intent on personal gain. See, the desires for independence and financial success have been strong motivating forces from early in your life. You are capable of logic and analytical thinking along practical business lines, and could excel in financial fields, law, or politics. Your judgment is seldom swayed through your feelings. Listen, you have definite executive and leadership abilities. However, others may find you to be rather forceful and uncompromising. More congenial business and personal relationships would result from being more tactful and more aware of the needs of others. If you sacrifice too much for material ambition, there may result a lack of harmony and balance in your personal life. See, so that kind of explains who Wes is. You know what I mean? That kind of explains his personality. So if you want him to be a nice guy, it's going to be very, very hard for him to be a nice guy because it's not really in his nature. You know what I'm saying? Hence, if he respects you, he's going to tone down a little bit just to let you know, look, I fucks with you. You know what I mean? If he doesn't really respect you and he knows that you can do a whole lot better than what you're doing, he's going to call you out on your shit. He's going to make you feel like a bitch. He's going to make you feel like a certain way because he talks to himself this way too. He may wake up and call himself a bitch if he feeling like he don't want to go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? But there's different sides to everybody. Everybody gets different sides of everybody. Like you might have a good side that somebody perceives you to be, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody may perceive you to be a good person, but then it might be somebody else who know you for knocking motherfuckers out and being a bully, you know, and it might know you, somebody else might know you for being a good business leader and all this other shit. So everybody has different sides to them, you know what I mean? So, and if you know a lot of people, then a lot of people are going to know different sides of you, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. So yeah, again, man, if you're looking for something negative, about Wes, this is not the channel, man. Like I even show you some videos we got together. Let's play the video.
Once I heard it loud and clear and I was worthy, people listen. Don't expect people to listen if you ain't the motherfucker that you would listen to.
Tap into the tell the show, baby. Stoicism at its fucking finest. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Dog.
So yeah, so you can see like when Dog get into his bag, man, he really be speaking some real shit. You know, he really be speaking some real shit. Like, and people who can appreciate the things he say, you know, really take that the words he say to heart because they know it's coming from a real place. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody's going to appreciate what he's saying because they're not there to accept it. You know, so if you want negative videos, you can go watch negative videos on Dog, but this ain't this. Y'all can blow up the comments if y'all want to, but I mean, for what? You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna do nothing to me. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna do nothing to Dog. So take this for what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not defending nobody. At the end of the day, I'm just giving my truth on what I feel about a certain person that I actually know. So hope y'all enjoyed the video and stay tuned, man. We got more coming. Oh, yeah.